A Portland woman survived breast cancer, but says a significant side effect followed her long after she won the fight.
Now she's getting relief thanks to a surgery now being performed by a doctor in Portland. Here's Fox 12's Haley Rush.
Suzanne Fountain says it's something many breast cancer survivors go through, but awareness is really lacking. The painful condition is called lymphedema, and until now she thought little could be done about it.
Hi, Hamish. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. You ready to go in?
Suzanne Fountain has always been one to stay on her feet.
And this one has a meet today, and this one has a meet today.
Running the Portland area dog boutiques, Lexi Dog.
There you go.
But in 2016, Fountain was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer.
Perfectly healthy woman, active, didn't spend a lot of time at the doctor, never had a health issue, and just one day in the bathtub, felt a lump.
She would later have 19 cancerous lymph nodes removed from her left armpit during a double mastectomy.
We're on drugs. We've had radiation that affects your body, chemo that affects your body, and in my case and many other women's cases, we end up with lymphedema, especially if you've had to have a mastectomy.
Lymphedema is a painful condition that affects up to 10 million Americans. Many of them are breast cancer survivors like Suzanne.
Lymphedema is, in my case, my left arm where my lymph nodes were removed, where your lymph doesn't work anymore. Your lymph is not moving because there's no lymph nodes there to filter your lymph. So your arm swells.
While Fountain survived cancer, she now had to manage a whole new life, filled with wearing expensive and uncomfortable compression sleeves almost 24 hours a day to help control swelling, pain, and avoid serious infections.
You kind of all of a sudden start going, well, I guess I shouldn't water ski because I could hurt something and I could die from that. It puts this little kind of damper on everything that you want to do in your life, and you want to be active and have fun and go do all the things you normally do, so it just kind of puts a damper on all of that.
But enter Dr. Mark Gelfand, a plastic surgeon with Legacy Medical Group, now offering those living with lymphedema new hope.
Lymphedema surgery is fairly new. And when I was in medical school, it was just accepted to be a chronic disease. We didn't really think of surgery as to help lymphedema patients. But I became interested in lymphedema as part of the comprehensive breast cancer treatment. Because I already had the expertise in microsurgery, I wanted to extend it into the lymphedema treatment.
Only a handful of doctors in the United States do the surgery, and Dr. Gelfand is the only one in Portland. He's able to take lymph nodes from the groin and transplant them back into the patient's armpit.
It's a very, I think, unique field because it helps people to function better, to live better lives. So I'm passionate about that.
Dr. Gelfand recently performed the surgery on his first patient this year. Suzanne became his second in September.
The first patient, she was very brave. She had a great attitude. She wasn't scared. I told her she would be my first, I told Suzanne she would be my second, and it didn't scare them off.
He gave me so much hope. And he said, do you want to go home and think about it? I told him right there, and my husband was with me, and we looked at each other, and I said, I don't care if it's new and unproven, I want to try it.
Suzanne saw and felt a difference immediately.
All I can tell you is I woke up and that's the first thing I did. And I don't know if I cried, but I wanted to, because I was like, oh my God. My hand is normal. No more compression sleeves.
She has a second surgery coming up, but says her life is already refreshingly normal.
That's what we all want, especially when you've gone through cancer. You just want to be normal again.
So let me go grab her really quick.
She now wants other breast cancer survivors to know they too can get back to living life to the fullest.
Living with lymphedema, I think it just reminds you of your cancer every single moment of every single day. And that sucks, for lack of a better term. And now we have light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. We have that little hey, there might be something that could help you. And it may not be 100%, but it can definitely help you live a normal life.
Dr. Gelfand is clear this is not a cure, but can provide significant relief. Currently, the surgery is considered experimental, so the biggest barrier is insurance coverage. Both Dr. Gelfand and Suzanne hopes that changes soon, so the surgery will become more widely available. In studio, Haley Rush, Fox 12 Oregon.